Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Brent Hart.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez.
Now tonight we are learning more about a deadly shooting that happened Monday night in Waterbury.
One person died at the scene, although police haven't released their name yet. Fox 61's Solene Arif spoke with a neighbor about what happened last night.
On Tuesday afternoon, the crime scene is still taped up, so our camera can't get any closer. But what you're looking at behind me here is a small shop with apartments above it. Now, one neighbor who lives just a few houses down this way says he heard one big bang Monday night, not realizing that sound was the sound of someone dying. Traffic and cars is what you typically hear on Charles Street, the same place a man was shot and killed close to 8 p.m. Monday night.
A lot of kids walking around, a lot of families around here.
Percy Dozier says he was inside his home in a completely different world playing games when police say a man died outside just yards away.
I didn't hear anything screech or, no anybody yell. And after that, it was just police everywhere, crime tape, detectives walking up and down.
This is what the scene looked like Monday night as detectives worked to piece together what led up to the violence. A police cruiser was parked outside the crime scene the entire time our camera was there Tuesday morning and into the afternoon. Cars kept driving by and life kept moving, but for some neighbors, it feels like the opposite.
Definitely got to watch for yourself. Being out here is actually kind of scary because you never know. You never know if those people come back or police come around and ask questions or, it's just feels like there's a lot of animosity over here now.
It's been a violent year in Waterbury with multiple shootings and now another deadly one. Dozier says he doesn't know what the answer for peace is, but he knows it starts here in the neighborhoods.
The people, we have to come together as a community. We do. It's easy to say that, but it's brother on brother crime over here, get me?
Waterbury police are asking anyone with information to contact them. You can also leave an anonymous tip by calling Crime Stoppers at this number on your screen. Reporting in Waterbury, Solene Arif, Fox 61.
Thank you, Solene. A Bridgeport man is in critical condition after police say he crashed his motorcycle into a tree last night. Police say it happened around 5:30 on Briarwood Avenue. The 32-year-old rider drifted to the right, hit the curb, and then hit the tree. First responders rushed him to St. Vincent's Medical Center with serious injuries. Police are still trying to figure out why he drifted and crashed. And a cement truck rolled down an embankment this afternoon, but the driver has only minor injuries. Crews shut down the right lane while they investigated the crash and worked to clear the scene. A heavy-duty wrecker was brought in to remove the truck. Traffic is moving slowly in the area, and drivers should use caution if they are passing through.
Firefighters rushed to a power plant in Milford early this morning after flames broke out in a turbine. Fire crews used dry chemical extinguishers to knock down that fire, which was fueled by hydraulic oil, we're told. The flames spread into the insulation around the unit, but firefighters stopped it from going any further. Plant officials say there's been no impact on power. The cause is still under investigation.
A New York man admitted to running a postal fraud scheme that stretched across several states. Federal prosecutors say 33-year-old Ezekiel Bailey used stolen identities and fake licenses to buy nearly $100,000 in postage stamps from post offices in Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York, and Massachusetts. And prosecutors say he paid with bad checks. Bailey was arrested in Stonington last year. He pleaded guilty this week and faces a mandatory 2-year prison sentence when he is sentenced in December.
Shelton police are still investigating a street takeover incident that happened over the weekend. It seriously hurt a juvenile.
And the takeover involved several cars driving around in a shopping plaza parking lot, and the boy was hit by one of the cars that then left the scene once police arrived.
Fox 61's Jamel Johnson's in Shelton with reaction from a state senator who says more needs to be done to stop this dangerous practice.
The aftermath of Sunday's street takeover is still visible here in this Home Goods parking lot. On the ground, you can see tire marks all over the area in the shape of circles, suggesting that cars were here doing donuts. State officials want more to be done before more people are hurt.
Frustrated This is something we continue to talk about, something we're concerned about.
That was State Senator Anthony Ciccarella's reaction when asked about the latest street takeover in Shelton that seriously hurt a juvenile. According to police, they received a call Sunday morning saying someone was hit by a car in this parking lot. When officers got there, those cars were driving away, leaving behind the boy who got hit, who was then taken to St. Vincent's Hospital.
It doesn't surprise me. Unfortunately, today's society, the compassion for someone injured, we see it all over the place. It's not what it was like years ago. The caring for another person, we need to get back to that. And it doesn't surprise me. And we've seen this before. People are racing on the highway, someone gets hurt, they take off. And they leave their supposed friend behind, and that's just terrible.
This picture of a car involved in the takeover is believed to be the one who hit the boy. Even if police can locate vehicles involved in takeovers, Senator Ciccarella says it may not be enough.
When we speak to law enforcement, they say that the vehicles or the plate being utilized doesn't come back to the vehicle that is being used in this illegal activity, or the car is stolen. We have to give our officers the tools they need to be able to hold people accountable.
Legislation was passed in June this year that sought to address street takeovers. The law allows for harsher fines, the ability to impound and destroy any vehicles involved in a takeover, and suspending licenses for up to 2 years for someone's third offense. Senator Ciccarella says this is a necessary first step, but he believes catching the offenders in the act is what will be most effective.
And we see our officers respond. They take off. They know the officers cannot pursue, so they run, which is also extremely dangerous. But then they're not held accountable. If the officer feels it is safe to do so for the general public, they should be able to do that. It's only going to embolden them to commit more crimes and more serious crimes if there isn't a deterrent.
Shelton police say they are working on leads for Sunday's street takeover and will release more information in the near future. If you have any information regarding that street takeover on Sunday, please reach out to Shelton Police. In Shelton, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
Partly cloudy day out there and warm today, but we're tracking some showers on Wednesday.
Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank is here with the first check of the forecast. Rach, the showers on Wednesday would be like a very tiny black cloud inside a big, thick silver lining for the week, right?
Yeah. Seriously, most of the time as we head through the next week or so is going to be fantastic for outdoor plans, activities, bright skies, except for tomorrow. We'll see mostly cloudy conditions, cooler temperatures, and while there is a chance for a spotty light shower or sprinkle, most of the day is going to end up dry, so we don't get a whole lot of actual measurable rain, and then we are right back to drier and warmer conditions as we head into Thursday and Friday. Check out this storm here off the coast of Virginia. Heavy rain, tropical storm force winds with it. This storm will slowly creep to the north, but as it does so, it's going to start to deteriorate and dissipate, so we're really not expecting much. Right now, temperatures are in the low 70s, upper 60s for some in western Connecticut, and low temperatures tonight will fall back into the 50s as we head towards daybreak. So we're waking up to mostly cloudy skies. There could be a couple occasional breaks of sun. By noon, temperatures are in the upper 60s, and we'll see high temperatures in the low 70s. Again, a lot of the day is mostly cloudy, and while there could be a spot shower, we don't get a whole lot in the way of actual measurable rain. Heading into Thursday and Friday, we're drying things out. An early shower on Thursday, then we break for sun and highs are near 80. But we are talking about a cool down for the weekend. Your full forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Rachel. Darien High School was closed today after a threatening social media post. Police say the post specifically targeted the school. Officers put the school on a 2-hour delay while investigators first worked with administrators. But then later in the morning, they shut the building down out of caution. Detectives traced the post back to a teenager in Arkansas. Police say there's no credible threat to Darien schools. The National Association of School Resource Officers president says the school followed proper protocol.
That's just what our parents expect. That's what our community expects. That's what our students expect. That's what our staff expects. That's what everyone expects, that when they drop their kids off or they send them to school, that they come back, only they're smarter at the end of the day. So anything that comes down threat-wise, whether it is internal or external, we have to make sure.
Officials say they're using this incident to warn the public anything that resembles a threat or potential threat to schools or children's safety will come with serious consequences.
Well, the Farmington Board of Education chairman is under fire tonight after a post supporting violence was shared on his Facebook account after Charlie Kirk's death. The chairman claims he was hacked. On Monday night, dozens of people showed up at a board meeting. Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot was there.
Many people spoke at Monday night's Board of Education meeting in support of Bill Becker, but some of his fellow Board of Education colleagues called for him to step down. A board chairman in Farmington is in the hot seat. A post was shared on his Facebook account on Friday, but he claims he did not repost it, and instead that he was hacked. The post was in reference to Charlie Kirk's death, and that was the topic at Monday night's Board of Education meeting for the first hour and a half. Becker started the meeting by addressing the post. Other board members weighed in. Some called for him to step down. But people like former Farmington High School alum Greta Currier said Becker should step down.
It was not my words. My heart goes out to his family and to his supporters, many of whom I know we can see them. I do not know how it got there. I spent today working with IT professionals, and we'll get to the bottom of it.
Bill to step down as board chair to avoid further distraction.
My whole time throughout the high school as a conservative, I felt very silenced, and I felt like I couldn't express my views. I felt scared for, what students would say and how the teachers would treat me. And I think that the example of our very own chair on the Board of Our Education saying that they reap what they sow in regards to what happened with Charlie Kirk is a prime example explaining why I felt that way my entire time through high school.
Becker did not want to go on camera. He did say at the meeting he's working with Meta to figure out who shared the post on his account. In Farmington, Kay Pattyfoot, Fox 61.